With no sign of let-up, the violence, the bloodshed continues. On Saturday, Israel bombarded Gaza after accusing Hamas of destroying a humanitarian ceasefire by capturing a soldier whom the Hamas say was probably killed in Israeli shelling. So far, close to 1,600 Palestinians, 66 Israelis, among them 3 civilians, have been killed in the conflict, whose resolution is proving to be a challenge. It's a conflict that has enraged the world, Africa not excluded. Egypt's Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Zimbabwe's Robert Mugabe have both publicly expressed their views on the conflict, with the 90-year-old Mugabe lashing out at the West for what he claims is their partiality and hypocrisy.
If yesterday it was civilians, the need to protect civilians in Libya, which caused the Europeans and the Americans to mount forces, NATO forces in Libya. What prevents them now from going there where 93% is there one conscience for a country like Libya and another for a small country like Gaza?
And so when he speaks, he is not a cantankerous old man, as the West would want us to believe. He actually is articulating the thinking of the liberators of the continent of Africa, a thinking that has not been taken up by the younger generation of leaders.
Those African liberators, who included the late Nelson Mandela, supported the Palestinian Liberation Organization, then under the late Yasser Arafat, which they saw stood for their same cause. South Africa recently summoned the Israeli ambassador to Pretoria over the strikes and has assigned a delegation to seek a peaceful settlement to the conflict. But that is as far as it goes.
Given that most African countries rely heavily on the West regarding their budgets and their development and FDR talk and all that, it would appear like they do not want to contradict the West in this situation. So in their minds and internally, they support the Palestinians.
And while the impact of the crisis may not be devastating to the continent, Mutahi is among those who believe a two-state solution to the crisis may be inevitable, views shared by the African Union.
This senseless killing is not helping, because what we need is to move and look at those issues, because we can arm ourselves to the teeth, we can kill people, but the end results will be we still have to come to the table to solve the problems that stand here.
Jane Kiyo, CCTV.